So this is the same pull-up video, but with an audio track over it. The reason being is because the music was quite loud in the gym, so it might be quite difficult for you to actually hear the conversation between Josh and myself. So I'm just going to play the video and explain what's going on. So I'm going to be the trainer, and at the moment I'm explaining to Josh what the exercise is. So as you can see, it's a lat pull-up exercise, body weight, with an assisted variation on this one. So initially I'm just going to explain the muscles that are going to be worked, which is what I'm going through now, the different types of grip that are available. There's a wide grip, and then I start to explain that you can change the grips, and changing the position of the hand is going to have a different effect on not only the muscles that get worked, but the synergists. So the help of the biceps, for example, are going to be altered based on what the grip is. So that's pretty much what I'm explaining to Josh at the moment. I've also asked him about his medical history, his health history, which is what he responded with just then, just to make sure that he's actually capable of doing this exercise and he has no injuries. So now I've moved on to the actual assisted itself. So as you can see, there's a platform here that gets placed down, and Josh's weight or my weight is going to be counterbalanced by the weight stack, which is on the machine itself, which is why the exercise is actually going to be an easier version if it's assisted. So some of your own body weight is going to be taken by a stack of weights, and the more you progress, the more you're going to be able to progress onto an actual full body weight pull-up. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm just going to be demonstrating to Josh this exercise. So the health and safety issues first of how to get on the machine. And I'm going to be showing him the grip, how to actually grip it properly. I'm showing him the assisted version first because it's the easier of the two. And as you can see there, I show him how the spine shouldn't be. I draw my shoulder blades back, so my scapula back, to ensure that the latissimus dorsi, the main muscle involved in this exercise, is always engaged. And as you can see, there's a nice slow 2-2 tempo there. And make sure you know where Josh's position is. So he's got into a position where he can actually view me and view the exercise from the best possible angle. And he's always walking around. He's not just standing static in one place there. And I've moved to a wide grip pull-up now, which is going to place more emphasis on the back itself with less synergistic help. And again, you can see Josh is walking around and making sure from every angle that he's getting an understanding of how the exercise is done. I always make sure that I get off the machine safely and properly. Just engaging with Josh to explain what we're going to be doing now. So we're going to show a progression here to a full body weight pull up. And I make sure there's no swing in momentum. I bring my shoulder blades back again, as you can see there. Chin up, 2-2 tempo still. And it doesn't really matter how good you are, whether you can do 10 reps, 15 reps, whatever it might be, as long as you can make sure that you can show it with good form. If you can't, then maybe show a video, use modeling, use demonstrations from athletes or something like that, somebody who can actually do a full pull-up if you can't yourself. So there's no shame in not being able to do the exercise yourself. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to make sure Josh is capable of doing the easier version first, and as you can see, the weight stack is quite significant there, so it's taking quite a lot of Josh's weight, and he's going for a couple of reps just to make sure that I can check his form, and I'm walking around. Apologies for my back being to the camera there. But as you can see, there's different checkpoints I'm looking at, his shoulder joints, his elbow joints, his grip. I'm always constantly talking to him and reinforcing technique. I ask him how that felt, and because I was quite comfortable with his abilities there, I'm going to just have a look at a progression to a full pull-up. And as you can see, Josh can do this with a high level of competency. So he's still got that good tempo there. He's not swinging, not bouncing. Taking him off the machine. Giving him some feedback points. Asked him how he felt on a scale of 1 to 10. So we're getting the rate of perceived exertion there, an RPE scale. Asking him what his capabilities are, and then I'm going to be talking to him what he's actually going to be doing in the forthcoming sets. So it might be 2 sets of 12, 2 sets of 10, whatever it might be.